What's up, YouTube? This is the Brooklyn Bounce channel. I'm here today with Chapter 7 of the book Anthony's Boy, The Prince of Bath Avenue. The true story of former Bonanno family hitman Joey Calco. Written by Richard Stanley Kagan. This is Chapter 17. Getting screwed. In MDC, everybody wants to be friends with and everything's okay. They forgot about screwing me when I was in Sicily, but I didn't forget. I'm going to be like everyone else, a fake. They're just a bunch of creeps with no honor. If I had a gun, I would kill all of them. Please, God, someone give me a gun. Oh, I forgot. You don't do things like that. Please forgive me, God. It has been a lifetime since my last confession. Now I must fight for my life here and go to court and defend myself. All these false charges made by a bunch of fanooks. My younger kid cousin Charlie has not been arrested with us. So, Tommy Reynolds starts spreading rumors that Charlie has been cooperating with the feds, and it's not true. Tommy has been talking with Mikey Amin, who is also with us in MDC. I tell Tommy Reynolds that Mikey Amin is cooperating with the feds, but Tommy tells me that is not true. But I had a feeling about Mikey, and sure enough, Mikey is a snitch. Now my cousin Charlie gets arrested for a murder he didn't do, all because Tommy Reynolds can't keep his mouth shut. Life isn't fair, is it? What Tommy just did was get a kid that the government don't know nothing about and get him involved with a death penalty case. So I get ticked off, and I had enough of this bull shovels and start cooperating with the government myself. By me cooperating, I bring down one of the most powerful New York Costa Nostra families in history, the Bonanno family. And they ain't gonna love me for this, but they double-crossed me, and you don't ever double-cross a Sicilian, because Sicilians have a big mob reach across the ocean. They'll take you down one way or the other every time. And I have a lot of strong and powerful friends in the Sicilian mafia who I did some good work for. By me cooperating now, many other mobsters did the same thing, and the whole cooperation thing snowballed, crushed everybody, and froze them to death eventually. Almost all of the top mafia figures cooperated when I started the ball rolling. In 2004, Joe Messino, the boss of the Bonanno family, cooperated, as did Sal Vitale, who was the underboss and who was Messino's brother-in-law. The Bonanno family would no longer be what it was in the old days. The government made sure of that. I never thought it would come to this. Never in my life did I think that the New York Mafia would be dismantled like this. Everybody was cooperating to save themselves and live another day in prison rather than face the death penalty. But soon after this, the Colombians and blacks and other Latino and Russian mafias and other ethnic gangs took over. One thing is important to learn and know. Sometimes the devil you get when you throw out the devil you get when you throw out the old devil is the new devil. I'm sorry. Sometimes the devil you get when you throw out the old devil is a new devil who is worse than the old devil. New York City went from a frying pan of crime right into the 5 worst crimes after La Cosa Nostra. Oh, let me try it again. Sorry about that. New York City went from the frying pan of crime right into the fire of worst crime after La Cosa Nostra was destroyed by me and my friends and their friends. Now, worst crime is burning the city up and down. Just look outside your window today and tell me if you are better off now or than when years ago. Than where years ago when the mafia kept the peace in the neighborhood, kept peace in the neighborhood, kept peace and the neighborhood safe, where people could go to sleep at night and not lock their doors and not be afraid that somebody would break into their houses while they slept and kill them and take everything they own. That was all one sentence, just so you know. I think that most people would yearn again for the good old days when the good fellas kept the good peace in town. I regret a lot of things in my life, but the thing I regret most is that my brother got killed and I could not save his life. A lot of good people died in the neighborhood because of this life of ours. Bull shovels that what we used to call it. But I don't recommend that anybody should get involved with this life like I did. If you see it coming, run the other way as fast as you can. Save yourself from a fate worse than your death. You will do your family and your life a big favor. I'm telling my story to tell those guys who are thinking about getting involved with the mafia, street gangs, don't do it. Don't make your mother cry when she sees you and your brother on a slab of morgue hanging from the rafters waiting to have her identify her little baby, who she can't recognize anymore because he has been massacred by hate and deceit and by betrayals and by what he thought was love and loyalty, and which turned out to be all lies that damned him to a life in hell where he lived, and into another lifetime of hell afterwards. I grew up as a young kid who got involved with the boss of La Cosa Nostra, and what did that get me? Nowhere. I have no friends. I lost my wife and kids. My brother got killed. My so-called friends would have been my good friends if they hadn't gotten involved with the mafia. Instead, they got killed or are in prison for a long time. What a screwed up life this is. How can they call this the good life? Looking back now, I can see a lot of things much clearer. Maybe because I have gotten older and mellower and more tolerant about things that used to upset me. Maybe all of those bad things weren't so important at the time when they were important to me as a young kid. Maybe because I'm a lot older now, I see things through a different perspective. Now I just wish I had seen it this way then. Excuse me. They say that youth is wasted on the young. They say that youth is wasted on the young, and wisdom is lost with the old. You've got to search for that old wisdom from your parents and your grandparents, and take every small morsel of knowledge and advice which you get which you can glean from them, and put it to good use in your lives, and cherish the knowledge and that wisdom. Keep it safe throughout your whole life. Keep it in a safe place and learn from it every day of your life. Anyway, it is what it is, and life must go on for the living. I'm sitting in prison now, and I look back with foggy memories. I can't believe I did all those crazy things. Me and my friends were mad dog, bloodthirsty, cold-blooded, psychopathic killers. How could God have allowed this to happen without killing us right there on the spot? I don't know. Maybe he was distracted with the world wars or something else more important than we were, or more important than the people we killed or stole from. Sometimes I just wish that my mother had just killed me at birth, so all of this stupidity would have never happened. Thinking back about my friends, I feel bad about cooperating with the government when I gave up my friends, but my friends gave me no choice. They made my cousin get arrested by lying through their crooked mouths and not keeping their mouths shut. So that's that. I guess we'll see each other on the streets in hell. All the craziness in the past. From now on, all the craziness in the past is in the past. From now on, I just want to do the right thing in life and have friends and family and people to love. And don't forget that love is a two-way street. Right now, I live an empty life with nobody in it. It is a sorry life. I'm in prison and I can't get no letters from anybody, and I can't make a phone call to anybody because I have nobody. I don't recommend this life for anyone. This is what growing up in the mafia is going to get you. Bang, you're dead. You might as well put the gun to your head and pull the trigger now and kill yourself, neat and fast, if you're looking for a life of crime, because it will sneak up on you on a dark, cold, scary night someday and scare you to death with the memories of all the death you have caused. It's hard to believe that a tiny baby could grow up and do so much damage to so many people in such a short time. The moral of the story is you should go to school, learn to be smart and useful to yourself and the world. You'll stay alive longer and be much happier that way. Believe me, I speak from experience. The experience of life and death in the world of honor and dishonor. To hell with the gangster life. This is the end of the Bath Avenue crew. But this is not the end of the life of Joseph Tommy Calco. End of prison confinement notes and diary of Joseph Thomas Calco. Okay, that's chapter 17. Next chapter is going to be chapter 18. The name of that chapter is Joey Calco. And that's a pretty long one. I'm going to give you chapter 18 part 1 later on today. Maybe tonight, and then maybe I'll give you part 2 of chapter 18 tonight. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Then tomorrow I'll give you chapter 19, and I'll give you chapter 20 tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow, I'll give you the afterthoughts on the book. And that'll be it. As per the request of a lot of commenters, I'm going to read the book on Chris Paziello next. I believe it's Mob Over Miami. I'm not sure. I just ordered it 2 days ago off of eBay, I think it is, because I didn't have that book. I don't really have too many mafia books. I had this one because I just love the Bath Avenue crew. I bought that one. It should be here in a couple of days. So those of you who wanted that book, which there was quite a few of them. As soon as it comes, I'll start reading that one. There may be a couple of days gap between me finishing this book and that book arriving though. So I'll throw up some other videos up there, some car stuff, maybe some dash cam of me and my wife driving around. People seem to like that. They like to argue between us. And as soon as that other book comes, I'll start chopping it down chapter by chapter like I did with this one. All right. And thank you guys for staying with me. If you stayed this long, this many chapters, we'll get the rest of them banged out later on today and tomorrow. The book should be finished by tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow will be all the notes in the back of the book from the author and everything. All right. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. Help me grow my channel. And if you have any requests for anything else, any videos you want to see, any how-to videos as far as cars, motorcycles go, I'm starting the build of a 2014 BMW S1000 RR HP4 Comp Edition. I have all the parts here. The frame has been fixed. There was a piece that needed to be re-welded on the frame. Everything is good with that. It's got clean paperwork, so we're going to throw that together. I'm going to make a whole video series about that. But as far as the books go, I have one on the way. As soon as it gets here, I'll start reading that one. And I never read that one before. I don't know anything about it. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening. Have a safe weekend and stay healthy. Thanks.